Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been to my channel before, hi, I'm Amber Brown and welcome. Anyways, today we're going to continue our story that we were reading to begin with in Choices. So we'll continue on with that. We're going to find out what's going to happen with our... I'm trying to remember, because it's been a while. Like, I read it yesterday. I know we were in the stables, and... Oh, yeah. Yep. Now I remember. We were going to find out what was going to happen with her stepmother and the circle of all the girls and stuff like that. So, we're going to begin with that. Threading the Needle, it's called. And if you guys weren't in here the last time when I posted a couple videos yesterday of this book, just to speed you guys up. So she met her father, she met her stepmother, she met her grandmother, she met a suitor bachelor. Further on, her friend became her maid, her housemaid. And that was a sign work leading her. That was at the beginning of the chapter. At the beginning of chapter 1, her mother died. That falls into her became her maid. I went to as reading with her. Also, the last chapter we read, she was in the stables with a stable boy, and he offered to take her out for a ride, but like I said, the diamonds, they cost money. So I am doing the challenge where I don't use any diamonds and I just go and do the choices that are given. So let's just speed you guys up to date on everything. So anyways, let's continue. Chapter 3, Threading the Needle. The next morning, you rush downstairs, clenching your embroidery frame as you make your way towards the drawing room. I can't believe I'm late! You burst into the parlor to find a group of women embroidering. They follow silent as you enter the room. Countess Henrietta looks up from her embroidery hoop and takes in your deceiving appearance, sneering. Lady Amber, how nice of you to grace us with your presence at last. Perhaps next time a servant can wake you up at an appropriate hour. I know I'm late. And we're given two choices here, and I'm offered my serious apologies, but keep your opinions to yourself. I'm going to be polite about it. I pray you can forgive me just this once. Don't let it happen again. Well, isn't this a splendid meeting? Lady Amber, we were just wondering if you would be too embarrassed to come to our little gathering. But now that you're here, you must join us. You look around the room and smile warmly at the other ladies gathered. It's a pleasure to meet you all. As Mrs. Sutton mentioned, I'm Lady Amber of Edgewater. If I may present Miss Donna Bowman from one of the neighboring estates. Miss Sultan whispered to the woman next to her loud enough for you to hear. She's the Earl's bastard, remember? Oh! How delightful you could join us, Lady Amber. I've heard so much about you. Oh, and over there is Miss Annabelle Parsons and Hazelvale Manor. Miss Parsons, I'm pleased to formally meet you at last. So you're beauty I met before. So you're the beauty I met before. We're gonna go with I am pleased to firmly meet you at last. Our meeting before was a bit rushed. 1,000 pardons for that. I had a prior engagement to attend to. You sit down next to Miss Parsons and begin delicating weaving your needle through the tapestry, and the Countess looks up between the two of you. You are familiar with each other? I briefly ran across Lady Amber coming from the tea with Miss Salton yesterday. So I did hear voices in the hall. I thought the house was haunted. I even said so to Mr. Maricaster, but he told me it was completely bibble-babble. Oh, that reminds me. Have you heard? You would simply not believe if I told you, but the Viscount Westonleigh would be in London this season. But his wife died only a month ago. Indeed. Now he's searching for his fifth wife. Fifth? What happened to the other four? How did it go again? Childbirth, consumption, childbirth, carriage crash. No, that can't be right. Perhaps it was... As Miss Salton measled aloud, Miss Parsons speaked in a harsh tones next to her. How are you enjoying your stay at Edgewater, Lady Amber? My stay? We have 3 choices here. Is better than I could have dreamed. Has been challenging courtesy of my dear family. And looks better after meeting an alluring lady like you. My stay is better than I could have dreamed. Has been challenging courtesy of my dear family. I think we will go there. I know the Countess can be, well, frankly, she makes a mule look gentle, but I have a feeling that you will prove yourself to her soon enough. Miss Parsons, if I may ask, I wonder... Lady Amber, Miss Parsons, I am sorry our conversation is drooled for you, although whatever you're preoccupied with seems lovely enough. If you're going to whisper, I only ask you speak aloud, enough for the rest of us to hear. I am positive I could add something to the conversation. I do hate being left out. Miss Salton, I am sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you. This is a private conversation. We're going to show manners again, so the more manners you show, the more points you get. The more relationship things you do, the more relationship points you get, so on and so forth. So we're gonna go, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you. We were just simply getting to know each other. Oh, I see, you're quite forgiven, but I do wish to know you as well, Lady Amber. I think we're all excited to be more familiar with you. I would be certain to keep that in mind. And Miss Parsons, pray, how are you acquainted with my family? Oh, I was actually betrothed to your brother Harry before his hunting accident. Miss Parson, I am so sorry you had to endure that. Or perhaps your luck will turn around soon. I'm gonna go with that one. It was difficult, but I've made my peace since. I miss him dearly. He was such a good friend to me. We were politically inseparable growing up. Harry was such a bright star. You would have made a lovely couple had you wed, much like myself and Mr. Maricaster, but a short engagement. I wish I could have met him, the way your father and you speak of Harry. But you can't. He's gone, and no one can change that. What happens? The Countess huffs and stabbing her in a bordery forcefully. Now let us change the subjects. I have grown weary of this conversation. I read a new novel. I can't recall its name, but it takes place in a village called Highbury. And My Lady Amber, where on earth did you learn to sew? You will do fine work with a needle, but you with our embroidery, not stitching clothes back together. You glance at your side and see the Countess craning her neck to get a better view of your work. My mother was a seamstress for a living. Ah, yes, how clumsy of me to forget. It is so kind of the Earl of Edgewater to take in someone so beneath us. My lady, you should take her under your wing as you've done with me and Miss Parsons. I'm here because of my relationship with the Countess, Henrietta, late son, not because of her toll age. However, you raise an excellent point, my dear Mr. Bowman. We must treat our less fortunate sisters with more respect than they deserve, and give them aid when possible, such as Lady Amber. My lady, how generous you are. It is a shame you own skills are lacking. Don't act as if I were not sitting right here. I think we're going to go with the second one. I beg your pardon, Lady Amber? Well, my sewing skills may not be as accomplished as other young ladies yet. I have time to grow, at least. I look at your... Is that supposed to be a flower? Whatever the case may be, you have a long way to go, unfortunately. I doubt the time to refine your craft is there. Humph! Everyone's so grim and serious suddenly. I declare we simply must lighten the sour mood with some music. Excellent idea, Miss Sultan. Perhaps Lady Amber can enlighten us with her pianoforte skills. You must have learned growing up. Oh no, she must know I can't play. That's very generous, my lady, but the truth is... Miss Parsons noticed you squirming in your seat and suddenly stands up. I learned a new piece I would love to share with you all. Oh yes, you're a delight to listen to. Miss Parsons, I've said to Mr. Merricaster before, too simply marvelous. Thank you, Miss Sultan. The new piece would be much better with vocals, though. I don't believe my own voice would do its justice, but perhaps Lady Amber, you would do me the honor and assist me in a song. Tutorial. Accompanied Miss Parsons on the pianoforte during this exclusive scene and get to know her better. Like I said, guys, we don't have the diamonds, but after every chapter we read, we end up getting a diamond. So, we're just gonna let Miss Parsons play alone. Flying solo, you decided not to sing a duet with Miss Parsons. I appreciate the offer, but I would rather observe this afternoon. Very well. Miss Parsons walks over towards the pianoforte. You and the other ladies turn to watch her play. If you guys don't know what a pianoforte is, it's a piano. Her fingers dance up and down the ivory keys, creating a humorous tune. I'm sorry if my reading's not the best, because it's been a while since I read, but I'll try my best. After a few minutes, Miss Parsons finishes the song, and you clap enthusiastically along with the other women as Miss Parsons returns to her seat beside you. That was splendid, Miss Parsons. I've never heard such a beautiful sound before. Perhaps next time you'll join me. My dear, that would require Lady Amber to display some actual talent. Pay no attention to her. Per usual, Count Henrietta is only jealous. You return to Miss Parsons with a bright smile. Meanwhile, Miss Sultan and Miss Bowman have returned to their gossiping. And then I saw Mr. Sinclair here at Edgewater yesterday. Again? Mr. St. Clair is the guy that she met in the chapter 1. He was coming out of the building. I do believe that's the suitor's name that she met a couple times in chapter 1. One with a carriage ride. He was what was he doing? He was driving the carriage and nearly almost hit Lady Amber of Edgewater and her friend Blair. I met him just as I arrived, in fact. But don't you think my Mr. Mailer Caster is much more handsome? I had a very thought when I saw Mr. Sinclair when I was taking my tea yesterday, and here we go again. Another day, another Mr. St. Clair visit. Miss Parsons, I want to hear the latest about Mr. Sinclair. Is it always like this? I think we should know some more. No need, I can already tell you what she'll say. Miss Parsons whispers in a high falsetto, attempting to copy Miss Sultan's voice. Mr. St. Clair was here for tea with the Earl of Edgewater, and I even overheard them talking about business. They were discussing some sort of business regarding the nearby Tintons, but I wonder what they were really talking about for so long. I never knew the latest news was so regular. Honestly, I am glad I am no longer the only one. I should be the only one insane around. I was so tiresome not having some to banter with during these incessant gossip sessions. My pleasure, Miss Parsons. What happened to Mr. Chambers' friend, Mr. Bird? Used to follow him everywhere, but I haven't seen him since the Hazelvale ball months ago. How disappointing. Mr. Bird was such good company. He must have flown off. Yes, I wonder. And while this has been a fantastic, I think it's another word for fantastic. I can't say it, but I'll try saying it. Fascinating. Well, this has been fascinating. I'm afraid Miss Sultan and I are expected for tea with Miss Beasley. Come along. The countenance arises from her seat, and the other women follow suit. Miss Parsons dwells behind, catching you alone. I'm glad we finally had a chance to meet Lady Amber. The Earl of Edgewater has been so excited ever since he knew you were coming. You're everything I hoped you would be, and more. Thank you, Miss Parsons. I can already tell we'll be good friends. We'll be very close. So we'll be good friends. I have that feeling as well. Perhaps we'll be able to play a duet on the pianoforte together sometime. Or next time. That would require me to know how to play. There's one in the East Wing. I used to play it when I called on Harry. I'm sure you can take it as yours to practice on. But I wouldn't know where to even begin. I never even tried to play one. That's easy to fix. I can give you a few lessons. I have a feeling you'd be a quick study, and you'll be certain to surprise Countess Heretta next time she tries to shame you. Add the pianoforte to your parlor to unlock special music scenes and increase your social standing as an accomplished lady. Like we would take piano lessons, but I can't right now because we don't have enough diamonds. As you can see, we only have 5. What do you want to do? Decline the piano lessons? I don't need to be skilled on the piano in order to be a lady. Certainly not. I know several ladies who cannot play either. You'll just have to dazzle everyone in other ways. Decided not to acquire the pianoforte. Not your forte. Later that afternoon. You're walking along the estate lawn when you head buried in a book from the library. Poor Laura. Fortune clearly does not smile upon her. Oh, there's Mr. Harper again. This is the stable boy that I was telling you guys about earlier. Self-Control by Mary Broughton. Any good? You jumped at the sound of Mr. Harper's voice. Looking up and you spy him only a few feet away, leading the horse behind him. Oh, Mr. Harper, forgive me. I didn't see you approach. I didn't see you either, Clover. Yerf. Apologies, my lady. I did not mean to give you such a fright After years of working with horses, you learn to tread lightly. Mr. Harper, don't let it happen again. It's alright. I'll manage. Your company makes it worth it. We're gonna say it's alright. I'll manage. It just might take a few restarts of my poor heart to finish. Or first. I'll be sure not to disturb you young ladies engrossing in novels in the future. Did that not occur to you previously? I must admit, I've not come across similar situations before. Countless Henrietta is not one to walk about the laws and read. Maybe she should. She might not be so cross then. But then again, that would mean I would see her out here. You could always pop by the stables again. In that case, I wouldn't mind their company. Nay. Sorry, you wouldn't mind the company. Well, if Clover insists, I might have to. I believe she's taken a liking to you. Good, because I'm always looking for new friends. The horse sneezes suddenly and the two of you turn towards her laughing. I believe someone wants your attention. So it would seem. Until we meet again, Lady Amber, enjoy your book. You watch Mr. Harper lead Clover away and notice your father approaching from the house. Ah, Amber, Miss Dolly said you took a turn about the estates to breed. May I interrupt for a brief moment? As if you need to ask, Father. You smile and take a hold of your father's arm as the two of you stroll across the lawn. You seem to be getting along with Mr. Harper earlier. He's very friendly. I'm glad to have gained his acquaintance. Good to hear. He's been our master of the horse for a little over a year now. Yeah, I can barely recall what it was like before we took him on. The two of you come to a stop outside the front, and the Earl front door. The Earl takes your hand and looks at you intently, taking deep breaths. Is something wrong, Father? Quite the opposite. In fact, I've been trying to find the right words to tell you. I've already made arrangements. In a few days' time, I will host a garden party here at Edgewater in your honor. For me, that's very generous, or too much to accept. That's very generous. I don't know if I can find the right words to thank you. Your presence is all the things I need. You smile and kiss your father's cheek. Then you have my word. I will be there. Your father squeezes your arm as the two of you continue your walk. Now tell me about your day. I was told the Countess wasn't too difficult at this morning's sewing circle. Where to start? That evening, You sit at your bedroom vanity, recounting your day to Bria as she fixes your hair for dinner. Riddle me this. Why do nobles feel they must get together and sit around to sew? I mean, do they even create anything useful? I'm working on a tapestry, and Miss Bowman was working on a pillowcase. Well, if you ask me, I think your time would be better served creating bonnets or baskets. At least then you would be able to show your talent to everyone. Perhaps I'll work on a small handbag next. Just for you. Miss Parsons was working on one herself this afternoon. Oh, tell me about Miss Parsons. I haven't met her yet. She was a breath of fresh air compared to the rest of the ladies. In fact, Miss Parsons had some fantastic snide remarks, saved me from the world of embarrassment. If she hadn't offered to play the piano when she did, I don't know what I would have done. Well, Miss Parsons sounds like a delight. I hope to meet her soon. Just then you hear a knock at the door, and the dowager Countess enters. Bria softly whispers, I'll give you some privacy. Bria curtsies to you and your grandmother before shuffling out. The dogwagger Countess sits on the edge of the bed. Lady Grandmother, what an honor do I have to thank you for this visit. Shouldn't you be at a sewing circle today? Both the first ones. I have the most splendid news. I have just been informed that His Grace, the esteemed Duke Tristan Richards of Carrington, will be attending your garden party. Duke Richards? Shouldn't I have heard of him? My dear Amber, he is wealthy, affluent, handsome, and a very smart match as one of the most elegant bachelors in all of England. The Duke of Carrington sounds promising, proud above my station. People say promising? I haven't met him, but consider me engaged. Perfect. I knew you would be amenable to meeting him. I've always found the Duke an agreeable gentleman. Your grandmother stands behind you, placing her hands on your shoulders and looking at your reflection in the mirror. However, you need to be ready to meet all these esteemed men, even if not everyone will be at your garden party. I know you're acquainted with Mr. Sinclair, but there's the Duke, the Viscount Westonleigh, and so many more. How exactly must I prepare myself? You must master the arts of flirtation, Amber, and a fan can be your best weapon. Honestly, a fan? A true lady knows how to communicate volumes with a simple flick of the wrist. Show a suitor you're interested, or that he does not stand a chance. I can teach you the secret art and inform you all about the men you'll soon encounter. We can start practicing right now if you want. Practicing country grace with the dowager Countess to learn the arts of the fan and chance to improve your relationship with her. We'll finish getting ready for dinner. Once we get enough diamonds,